Well, hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Faye and this is Fairy Floss, a floss tube channel mostly about cross stitch. However, sometimes I do divulge into other crafts as well, including today's video. So today's video is going to be me telling you all about the Festival of Quilts that I visited last week in Birmingham. I went last, a bit of a long story actually. So I booked my tickets ages ago. I've heard really great things about the Festival of Birmingham, and of course because it's in the middle of the school holidays, quite often I'm away for it. Quite often I'm visiting family on holiday myself and I'm booked up already, which is really annoying because it's something that I always really want to go to. However, this year I figured I probably wasn't going to be away, so I booked myself some tickets to go. Well, a ticket to go, and I wanted to go on the Friday, which was last week. I can't remember the date exactly, but yes, I bought my ticket for the Friday. Then when I was on the internet browsing, I thought, oh, do you know what? I should do some courses while I'm there as well. So I booked myself onto a couple of courses. So a few weeks in, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to the Festival of Quilts. Then, of course, the train strikes happened. So I instantly thought, or maybe I'll have to get a refund. I was thinking, that is such a shame because I really, really wanted to go. So I spent ages and ages online trying to figure out trains, buses to get me there on the Friday, and nothing. I live in London and it was in Birmingham, so technically it's not that far. I don't drive a car, so there's no way I could have hired one or anything. So I thought, oh, let's figure out a way of getting there. And I was just kind of giving up hope, and then I just thought, you know what, let's make a holiday out of it. So I figured out I could get the bus on the Thursday and stay overnight in a hotel in Birmingham, and then visit the Festival of Quilts on the Friday and book a bus home on the Friday night. So that is pretty much what I did. So on the Thursday, went to Victoria Station, got a bus to Birmingham, which took about bit ridiculous. It takes about 3 hours, and I'm sure it shouldn't, but it does. That was all right. I don't mind getting the bus, to be honest. I quite like the National Express, the Flix buses. I'm all up for a bus ride. Did a bit of reading. Got a knitting magazine, read that on my way down, and then arrived in Birmingham about 3 o'clock. Had a nice mooch around the town and checked into my hotel. I checked into the Easy Hotel, which was £42 for a room, no window, but to be fair, for one night that actually doesn't bother me. It's like staying on a ferry or something on the inside cabin. My pretend cruise ship around Birmingham, and it's a nice room, really comfy. I did take pictures of it and stuff. If you want to see some of the pictures I took, they are on my Insta stories as a highlight. And checked in, then went for a stroll around the town, and went to the big Waterstones there, but I was a bit let down. To say it's a big Waterstones, it wasn't very well stocked, if I'm honest. It wasn't my favourite Waterstones I've ever been in. Where else did I go? Went for a coffee, went for a mooch around the shops, and then went for a Wagamama's for tea, which was very nice, and then went back home to my room to do a bit of crafting. And then on the Friday, I went to the Festival of Quilts. Now, if you've ever been to the NEC before, it's enormous. Got the train there in the morning. It took about 15 minutes indoors to walk from the train station all the way to the entrance to the Festival of Quilts. It's miles. It's like a really, really, really big place. It's nice, a great place. I mean, I'd love to go to in England, if you're watching from abroad, we have a dog show called Crufts, and Crufts is on at the NEC in Birmingham, and that must be absolutely mad, seeing that whole place getting taken over by dogs. I'd love to go there one year and see Crufts. Anyway, so I went to the NEC, got there on time, luckily, because the trains were running on the Friday. It was the in-between days of the strike, so it still wasn't very reliable, but managed to get there on time and had a really, really amazing day looking at all the different quilts. all the competition quilts, all the community quilts. There's some absolutely beautiful ones. There was some really poignant pieces. There was one by people from Grenfell Tower. There's a NHS one as well, which I saw last year at the Knitting and Stitching show. Quilts from all over the world, and absolutely, it was wonderful. It was for the money that you pay, because usually I always think about these things, well, I'm paying £17.50 to go shopping. That seems a bit pointless, but Festival of Quilts, it's not just shopping. Like, I understand why people were going for the whole weekend or for at least 2 days, because you need plenty of time to actually see all the quilts as well as do your workshops and shop as well. So yeah, it was amazing. Now, I was going to do a bit of a vlog while I was there, but because of the train strikes and me not quite knowing if it was going to be easy to get around and whatnot, I decided against it. I just thought, you know, I'll do Insta stories instead. So do pop onto my Instagram and watch my whole little mini Insta vlog of the day. Well, not vlog, a blog really, it's just pictures. But yeah, just check out my pictures of the day through there. Yeah, I would have vlogged if I hadn't have worried about it being so manic with all the changes in transport and whatnot, but it's fine. I had a really nice time just taking lots of pictures, sharing my story with you. Got lots of really lovely comments along the way as well. So let's talk about what I did at the Festival of Quilts. So let's just say I'm not actually a quilter. It's something I've started getting really interested in, should I say, this year, and I am getting into patchworking and doing a lot of hand sewing. And my friend Amy from Grace Cool Stitchery, check out her TikTok. Her TikTok is fabulous. Amy has started teaching me how to machine sew and put quilts together, so it's something that I'm gradually building up upon. But I don't know, I'm fascinated just by looking at them. I feel like I'm really gaining knowledge about quilts just through looking at magazines, and even though I'm not actually doing it, a bit like me doing art, I don't do that much painting and drawing, but I feel like I've got a really good eye now for what I know I like and I love, which is so. And it's kind of the same with quilting, even though I'm not brave enough yet to like give it a good bash. I'm quite happy to look at other people's quilts and adore and admire. So yeah, so I'm not really a quilter. So I signed up to 2 courses. The first one was a course by Pat Archibald, and it was all about Cantha embroidery. So Cantha is Indian embroidery, so it's all really, really pretty, sparkly, intricate designs. And so I'll show you what I've done with this piece. One thing I will say about the courses, and somebody did say this to me before I went, not many of them you actually seem to finish something during the course. It's like you start something to build into a bit, and I don't know, part of me would like to have had a finished project within the time that you did the course. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just me. It's fun, you learn skills, but then you've got to like take responsibility when you get home to actually finish off what you've started. So the Cantha stitching, because I do like embroidery, cross stitch, that kind of thing, is all about Indian embroidery. And what she did was she gave us this beautiful elephant template, and what we had to do firstly was stitch around the middle of the the edge of the elephant to sort of secure it onto the fabric. Now we did have, incoming cat alert, I think, we did have to do this quite quickly because we only had an hour to do it. So I ended up, mine went a bit wonky just because the quicker I was doing it, it did slip a little bit, which is a bit annoying. And I was thinking, should I unpick it all? And I was like, no, this is my first ever piece. I might as well keep it as it is. That's absolutely fine. And then she taught us how to stick on the shimmer mirror. No, not shimmer. Shisha mirrors, which is this little mirror here. And this is a really fun little process of doing. You basically tack it down around the sides first, and then do this little sort of rolly over, not a term, a rolly overy stitch all the way round until you've got your little mirror attached. So I'm actually quite pleased how that's, it's not the perfect, it's my very first shisha mirror. I know if I practice them they'll get better, and now I've started, that's what I managed when I was there, and since coming home I've just started sewing around some of these lines in different colours. I'm going to make it as pretty and as vibrant as possible. Now I am lacking in sequins in my haberdashery at home at the moment. I don't seem to have a lot of sparkle going on. I've still got like a lot of Mill Hill beads, but they're never quite the colours that I want, so that gives me a great excuse to go to a hobbycraft at some point and go and buy myself a pile of unneeded, unnecessary sparkle, because suddenly I want to do a lot of Cantha stitching. So this is my elephant, and you'll be able to check out my progress on this on my Instagram and my next few crafty updates. And yeah, it's really enjoyable. Pat was absolutely lovely. She runs retreats in the Outer Hebrides, which was a little bit exciting, but I'm pretty sure I cannot fit that in my agenda next year, for both financial and time purposes, to be honest. But maybe one day I'll get to go on one of these lovely stitchy retreats somewhere further afield. I mean, me trying to get to the Outer Hebrides when it was a bit of a struggle to get to Birmingham last week could be interesting. So yeah, that was my first course in Cantha stitching. Really enjoyed it. The second one I chose to do was also an hour long, and this was called Mindful Mending, Creative Slow Stitching. So it's all about mending holes in denim in really creative ways. So again, we only had an hour to do this, so this is not a finished piece either. But what she did was she showed us 8 different ways to fix up denim and make it interesting, basically. So well, let me get my guide out so I know exactly what I'm talking about. So the first one, so what I am doing, let me show you, is I'm going to make myself a little guide. So I'm going to do all 8 of these on my 2 pieces of denim that she gave us. And so then I've got myself like a little stitch library that I've made like a little reference. So if I ever come back to this, then I've got my little library set up so I know exactly. See, such a librarian, so organised. I'm not. So I can see what I need to do if I ever rip my jeans, which I never often do. But if I ever rip some denim, I'll know how to fix it. So the first one, which I did manage to finish, was the simple exterior patch. And I took my time on it, so it took me blooming ages. But yeah, that, I mean, you can actually see the hole through here. So I've gone over this hole with this nice piece of starry, what's it called, fabric, and just stitched around it in a running stitch. I mean, you could be a bit more adventurous with the stitches, but you know, time is ticking. So the second one is exterior patch with extra stitches. I've not actually added my extra stitches yet. So I've gone over it in this fabric, and then I'm probably going to put some crosses on it or some running stitches along just to make it a little bit more fancy. So that's 2 of the 8 that we were shown. So it wasn't too bad. It was within an hour I did it right. The teacher of that was Janet Goddard, and she was really, really lovely as well. The ideas that she has, and I think it makes so much sense if you can hang on to a pair of clothing, because I mean, my problem is with jeans, the place that they wear out first is like between the legs. And I said to her, I said, is there any way of actually covering that up? And she said, yeah. She said, you can patch it, but just make sure you patch sort of around the middle of your legs as well. to make it look like you've done it on purpose rather than you just patching up in between your legs, because that's where it's rubbed first, which is a real cat. It was a really, really interesting workshop. Here we go. Let's say hello to Marley quickly. You gonna help them? Oh, there we go. That's nice. You're gonna be nice. Yeah, that's good. Hello, cat bum. Right, so after the 2 courses, I was hungry, so I went and got some lunch, and luckily for me and anybody else that was there, the NEC has a Wetherspoons right outside the arena. So because when I've gone to these festivals before, the food is always absolutely extortionate and ridiculously priced. So, you know, I was planning on budgeting about 20 quid for a sandwich or something, but luckily there was an NEC out there was a Wetherspoons outside, so I went there for some lunch and a nice drink, and then I thought it was time to do some shopping. So what I'm going to do is share with you my haul. I didn't get anything too extravagant. I set myself a budget. I knew, Molly, come on. I knew that I didn't want to buy tons and tons of things, because I'm in a bit of a process of. Sorry, he likes to rub his teeth against my phone, because why wouldn't you? Lots and lots of different things. I just wanted to sort of stock up a bit. Right, we're going down now. Let's say goodbye. Say goodbye to YouTube. Bye. Oh, there we go. Right, so yeah, he's nudged everything now. Instead of buying more and more stuff that will just sit in a cupboard, I did actually just want to use things that I know that I'm going to use. So can't exactly remember all the shops that I've been to for this stuff, but I'll just show you anyway what I picked up, because it's quite nice. So I did get a kit, but it's that big. I mean, I'm allowed little kits like this because they go in my little travel stitchy bag anyway for work. So this is from Doodle Crafts Minis. Doodle Crafts is brilliant. I see them at every single festival, and they do make these amazing blackwork chest sets and draft sets, and snakes and ladders sets as well. And I really, really want to get one and stitch my own chest set. I think that would just be such a lovely, lovely thing to do. But I bought the butterfly because I never seem to be able to find this butterfly whenever I'm at the festivals. So I'm looking forward to stitching my little butterfly at some point. And the other kit, shall I say, that I bought is this is lovely actually. This was like a bit of a treat. But I got a bit obsessed with the miniature quilts, and because I'm a machinophobe and I like to do things by hand, I thought this might be perfect for me. So this is the Highland Village miniature quilt kit by a designer called Julia Gehagen, I think. And she had so many beautiful kits. I was stood there for ages and ages trying to decide if I wanted a wintry one or a summery one, because I wanted them all but couldn't get them all. And in the end I just thought there's just something really nice about this one, and I just grabbed it and paid for it before I could change my mind 20 more times. But if I see her again at another festival, or I'll go online, if I enjoy stitching this anyway, then I'll most definitely get another one to do, because I think they are absolutely gorgeous. If it works out for me, then yeah, I might get some more. So that was my kits. So it's quite good of me, really. I think, because when I went to the one in, I think it was it March or April in Angel Islington, I bought loads of things and I've not done any of them yet. So I did try and restrain myself this time. So what else did I get? So after really enjoying the Cantha course, I treated myself to this book. Now this is a different Cantha designer called Angela Damond, and her stuff's absolutely beautiful as well. I mean, look at this peacock on the front. Like, it's such simple stitching, but it makes such a beautiful effect, and I love the fact that you can be so free and so colourful with it. I'm at a stage now where, even though I love cross stitch, and I'll always be doing it, I really want to start breaking out into my own designs and just trying to be a little bit more free with what I do. I'm such a rigid person at times. I feel like I'm not very good at breaking the rules. So this is what I'm trying to do now, is find ways of being creative but off my own back and not completely following patterns and that kind of thing. So yeah, I love that book. I think there's a lot of really nice projects in there that I'm going to get on with. So alongside the book, I also bought some of the cotton muslin that she uses to put together these designs. I also I went to Sew Motion, which I went to last time, and I got myself, back again, right, where are we going? You can sit or you can go. It's a nice place to sit, you can look out the window. So, went to Sew Motion and I got myself some, cat bum, I got myself some little hexes. I did get some online, but I wasn't sure if they're a bit too thick or not, so I thought I might as well get some from somebody that's an expert. So I got some of those. I got more. These aren't fat quarters, are they? These are charm packs. I'm on a bit of a fabric ban at the moment, unless it's got cats on, because I've got so many, I need to start using them. But I did absolutely love, I'll do a little flick if I can. It's terrible. That was the most pointless thing I've ever done. I do really like the patterns on these, so I thought these would be really good to do some hexes with. And I got another glue pen, because can I find the one I bought in March? No, I can't. So that was from Sew Motion. And then I visited Kate from Sparklers. Told myself I was not buying any cross stitch things because I've got far too many things already, and I treated myself to 3 of her lovely variegated threads. So I got Mirkwood, which I think is really nice and mermaidy. I was going for this Indian theme again. I thought I'll get stuff that'll look nice in my Cantha stitching, and I think that will. I got St. Clement's, which I think will look really nice for Indian suns and things like that. And then Flamboyant Flamingo, because who doesn't want a flamboyant flamingo? I thought it's such a nice blend of different pinks. So yeah, I treated myself to those 3 variegated threads. And then, what else did I get, Marley? He's sitting nicely now next to me. Let's turn the camera. There we go. Mother and child. I did get a hexie as well of these. It must be somewhere in the depths of my backpack. So I got, these are £1 each. I got a 2.5-inch square so I could do cutting, and I did get a hexie as well, but that's somewhere in my bag of mess. I picked up 3 nice sort of pastel-y bright cottons because they were on offer. They were only about £1 each or something, so I thought they'll be nice just to fill up my sewing stash for when I do start getting that old sewing machine out. Right, I don't like the lighting anymore and I can see the back of my cat's head. And then I actually bought, oh no, they're under the cat, under Marley's tail. Marley, you're hiding my stash. These were being sold for 90p each, and they were reduced for about £3 or something, so like, I'll go for it. So again, went for like these nice vibrant Indian theme colours. I got a nice pink, a nice green, a nice lilac, yellow, and a lighter pink as well. And I'm going to experiment with these now and start using them on some of my embroidery. And I shook something so the cat's excited. I got some boring embroidery pins, and I actually got, oh, they're under your bum as well. Hang on, Molly. Thanks. Some, see, I've triggered him again now. Oh, stop. Some really nice, don't play. Come on. Isn't it lovely that Marley comes and joins me on these videos? And I got these really nice little butterfly ones as well. So, yeah, they're really nice. I got 2 sets of John James needles for crewel embroidery and craft. Was it a craft needle set intermediate? I just thought they were quite good value. They were $1.99 each. Came in nice little packs. It's good actually. You get a nice variety. So in the intermediate one, you get 5 embroidery size 7s, 4 quilting size 8s, and 5 tapestry size 24. And in here, in the crewel, you get 5 chenille size 22, 5 embroidery size 3, and 4 embroidery size 5. So not a bad little collection. I bought myself some pinking shears. The cat looks quite scared. It's all right, Molly. Got myself some pinking shears because I've never ever owned a pair of pinking shears, and I've always wanted to. I got a erasable pen for writing on fabrics, and then I entered a little competition for a charity and won some little clips for my patchworking. So overall, that was my haul. I did all right. I'm really happy with what I got. I had a wonderful day there. I pretty much stayed till, well, my train was cancelled, so I pretty much stayed till the end. I got there for about 9 AM and probably left about 5 PM, and then luckily the trains were back on, so instead of going back into Birmingham to go and get a bus, I just paid for a train and got on a train at Birmingham International. It was absolutely rammed because loads of them have been cancelled. And then when I got back to London, the tubes were on strike, so I had to get a bus, and it took me about 2 hours to get home, which normally takes about 45 minutes because all the buses were terminating and cancelled. So it's, honestly, travel in London at the moment is just an absolute mare. But at the end of the day, I had a wonderful couple of days in Birmingham, and if you're contemplating going next year to the Festival of Quilts, then I can highly recommend it. Check out my Instagram, go and watch my highlights, go and see some of the amazing talent that there was there. If I can figure out how to put on a little slideshow at the end of this video, I will, but I cannot promise that. So it's there on my Instagram waiting for you. So have a lovely day, whatever you're up to today. Keep smiling, keep stitching, and I'll see you soon on my next video. Bye!